How you guys doing? I hope you guys are well and I hope you guys are good. I want to humbly greet you guys, and yeah, thank you so much, guys, to everyone that took their times out to come and watch this. So, you guys know me. You guys have been following me. And obviously, if you are seeing things like these, it is my duty and my responsibility to come out on live and actually address some of the things that have been flying around on social media for the past couple of days. I did think that, you know what, this is not worth it. This is not worth my time and this is not worth my energy. However, in the same light, I also did think of the people that look up to me for inspiration. So I'm coming on live, number one, to address this because of work. So work-wise, there's a couple of you guys that have seen me, that have been following me, that have loved me from a distance for a couple of years. And you guys having to hear and see half of the things that have been said about me on social media is one, disappointing, and obviously two, it's going to make you change your perspectives and views about me as an individual. And secondly, I'm coming here as a child of God. Two, I'm a child of God who is not just a child of God within the community, but I've been elected by God to be in a leadership position. So God took me out and he pulled me out to be a leader in the community of faith. So this is the reason why I chose to actually go live and to speak my part and my side of the story, because one, not only am I an influential forex trader that has worked extremely hard to build their names, but also I am rightfully so a pastor that is ordained by God from the foundations of the world. So I do have, the understanding that, I am a called child of God. And when certain things happen, I do need to come up and to also speak my truth and my reality. So I wanted to keep quiet because, one, the MTS can makes the loudest noise. And at that point, I wasn't going to stoop down to the level of someone that comes to make noise and speak bad about me. However, when more things kept on happening and more things kept on coming, I felt, it is important to come and speak. I have gotten a couple of calls just before this live of people that were obviously threatening me to not go live. And, it's people from all angles and parts of the world. And one thing that's confusing is, if everything that was said was true, why would people then try so hard to stop me from speaking my truth? Because everything that I decide to speak about is my side and version of events that I've experienced as a person. There's over 50,000 people that saw this content online mainly because my name was attached on there. And that's because I've worked extremely hard to build a name and a brand for myself. So before I start, I want to say this, I do have receipts of everything that I'm going to be speaking about. So I'm going to fill you guys in and show you guys receipts on everything that has happened. So one, when the incident happened, this was on a Friday. So the Friday this incident happened, one of the people that are on my close friends took upon themselves to take a picture that I posted on my close friend and send it to the person in question that we all know right now. And when they did that, then the person obviously went online to speak about me. And when they spoke about me, they had a field day together with their YouTube friends, and they were speaking bad things about me. And when that happened, I maintained the peace and I kept quiet because I was obviously being the mature person in this entire situation, and me being raised in the manner in which I was raised, I felt it was important to obviously deal with this background on the background, rather than me coming forward. So the first thing I did, I texted her parents. So I texted the parents on the Friday. So I will show you guys the receipts and everything that you guys need to see. So everything I'm talking about will have receipts to obviously redeem myself and to also, put some perspective on this. And you guys can record this as well to also do a follow-up video, part number 3 on your lives. And there won't be any part number 4. So this is just part 3. So this is the first thing that happened. So the first thing that happened was on Friday. So prior to Friday, right, I'm just gonna hide the names, hide the numbers, because I do not want to tomorrow be labeled as someone that expose people's things like my laundry was thrown out. So one, here is the first thing that I'm going to be exposing, all right, that I'm going to be talking about. This is not even an exposure video, right? This is just a video of clarity. One, this is a message I sent to Mr. George. Mr. George, how are you? Hi, Martin. How's it? I'm sorry I was busy. I sent these things to her father. So Mr. George is her father. Megan has been busy defaming my character online. So this is on Friday. You guys can see this happened on Friday when these things were taken out. So Megan has been defaming my character online. And she said, Ayman, let me talk to her. This needs to come to an end. This was at 11:41. The next morning at 9, right? So I need to put perspective to this. So this was at 11:41 when I sent these things. This was before the live video that happened on Friday. I sent these things to the father. So I said, you know what? She's been busy doing these things online. And me doing that was me being matured about the situation to also say, this is what's happening. And then on the next day, on the Saturday in the morning, I called in the morning, right? So this is at 9 in the morning. This is 9 o'clock in the morning. I called 9 o'clock. This is 28 minutes. So the call that happened now at 9, the call that happened at 9 was a phone call that was discussing the density and the magnitude of the events that had occurred. And one thing that I was discussing was that, you know what, like, this is not good, one, not just for me, but for herself in the business perspective, because she's not only someone that is involved with me in this entanglement, but she's also someone that is in business. One, she has a very high standard and image that she has to maintain. So I didn't think this was the right way to deal with things. So when I said that, I then said the only way I can basically let this go is if she goes online to apologize for tarnishing my name, and I will not say anything. And the whole of Saturday passed. You guys saw nothing was posted on Saturday. I mean, I don't know. I don't follow and I don't keep tabs. All these things came to me. I never went to these things. So on Saturday, then these things came to me. When these things came to me, so this is on Saturday, right? So on Saturday I called, nothing happened. The whole of Saturday went by. And just on Sunday, when I was supposed to go to church, by the way, the Sunday morning, I wake up to more videos online. And now the more videos that came are videos that are now even worse than what was said. So, let me actually not forget this. On Friday, after that conversation, there was a video that came out. And the video that came out was all these allegations that, this guy was this and this and that. So I want to start here. One, proving that have I ever paid for that house? And she can go prove that for herself as well. One, the house was leased out under my name, and then she was added as a co-tenant in the same house, and all these things were put under my name. I'll show you guys the lease and everything, and that's because I went to lease the house myself. One, when I paid for the house, this is the first payment that happened. So the first payment happened on the 29th of Feb. This is from my account. You can see there's keys, there's Lulu, there's all of those. So that happened on the 29th, right? On the 29th of Feb. This was 25,000. The house is 38,500, by the way. 25,000. And then the second one to add on to that is over here. So wait. So the second payment that came now, right? All these payments are very essential. So I know why I actually took screenshots. Yeah, this is the same second payment. This happened on the 30th of January. 30th of January, 50,000. On the 29th of Feb, this is 25,000. And all these payments were made towards the deposit of the house, which was 70,000. That is 38,500 plus 38,500. You can do the math and obviously come up to it with a solid amount from that regard. And then in the month of May, you guys must just remember these things. Month of May, 38,500 came out. Month of May, yes. So this is the fourth month, 38. The fifth month, 38. This is let's see. Let's see here. Let me do this. There's a lot of things that I actually took screenshots of. So you guys are going to see why these things were taken in just a bit. So, flip, man, I should have arranged these things. There. Wait, let me just do this. I will actually find these things for you. It's just that I didn't really arrange these things in order. So this is to cut off all these allegations of small boys that stay at their parents' house and saying that we are broke. Because I mean, I started working way before, when people didn't even think about trading. So don't come and say, one, I'm broke, because I started staying at like better places even before Megan came into my life. You know, I started staying in way better places even before Megan came into my life. So there's no way that I'm going to be labeled as a broke boy that can't afford himself. I had my own place, I had my own things even way before this. So this is to just prove that all of those allegations were false, that I've actually never contributed anything to the house. And two, with regards to the car, you were given a task, guys, to go run the plates. Can all those people that are on YouTube go run the plates and come back and tell me who the plates belong to? And then from there we can have another conversation, from that point. But that wasn't even the point. And then in June, the house went under the company's account. And the reason why the house went under the company's account was because, one, both Megan and I were employed by Trade245. So I was a previous employee by Trade245, and I will show you guys receipts as well, that I was actually a rightful employed member of Trade245. I wasn't just getting rebates, but I was actually employed to do marketing for Trade245. And the reason why the house was then paid is because Megan decided to move to Joburg unannounced, and that's also going to be covered as well on the video. So I was actually employed under the company, so I'm going to show you guys proof of that as well. So proof of the fact that I was employed under Trade245, I'll show you. So both Megan and myself were both employed under the company. So it wasn't just her that's employed under the company. So she was employed, obviously getting a bit more money than I did, but there's no way that she took care of my life. It's impossible. There's no way that she's going to take care of my life. Such a big man. It's crazy. 398082. So I was employed by the company, one, and I was a rightful member of the company. So you guys can see, number one, I will show you. So this is a pay slip. There's no trader in Trade245 that left already or that's still there that has this. ProFintech is the name of the company. This is my pay slip from the 6th month. There you see, I was even being paid peanuts. I was getting paid 29,700 after deductions. So this happened because, I decided that I'm going to take this contract to do marketing for someone who at the time we had some kind of a connection, and I agreed to be underpaid mainly because I was doing a favor. I have never worked for any company and gotten paid less than 30,000 per post. So when I do post, that's 30,000 Rand a post. I took 30,000 per month, and I was rightfully employed under the company mainly because I was being considerate of the next person. So that's just to clear the air. So the house was then paid for by the company, which, by the way, when all of this nonsense happened, the owner himself called my agent who was helping me get the house to say that the company has decided to withdraw from paying for the house, which was understandable because, why would the company still pay for a house that's being argued over Instagram, right? So now this is how the thing starts, guys. So this is now the issue at hand, why you guys are here. One, this woman and myself have known each other from the previous with regards to the M4. I said you can run the plates, come back, and we'll speak about that conversation. Once you guys run the plates and she has rightful ownership to the plates, then the conversation can start. But before that, I will not go any deep into the M4 because that's a different conversation altogether. Now coming here, we started I won't say, so this is what happened, right? So you guys know she's obviously in a position at the company, and at the end of the year last year, what happened is we all went to Cape Town. So when we all went to Cape Town, like she said on her previous video, she happened to be the one that initiated all the things that ended up happening at the time. So when that happened, then we then encountered each other sexually for the night. It wasn't even like a relationship at the time, because we had a relationship, but we had an encounter. I'm not going to call it a relationship. We encountered each other sexually at that time, and once that happened, then the next thing advanced to the other. I was supposed to come back, but then our stay was extended, and everyone who was there was then told to spend their money, and the money will be credited back to them on their dashboards. So that happened. People spent their money and they got back their money on that particular day on their dashboard. Just like any other guy who is lost and who is going through any other thing at that point in time, you will see that as something that is enticing to your eyes when you think of the fact that there's no way this woman just did this and this for me. Forgetting the fact that there's no way that you'll ever buy anyone with money, right? You can never buy love. Guys, that's the sad thing about, life. In life, you can have the most money, but you can never ever buy love. You can never buy peace. You can never buy happiness. That's why if you don't have these things, we will see in how you react that you're actually not a very happy person internally, right? So that happened, and money was given to people around me, people that knew me, and people were there to help me be a part of that situation and that whole entire mess that was happening at the time. That happened. Okay, after that happened, we went to Cape Town. When we got to Cape Town, money was spent, V classes were booked and all of that. We got back to Joburg. This was still in December. When we came back to Joburg, a house was then booked and all my friends were called. If you guys follow my friends, you can go to their profiles and see receipts of everything that I'm talking about. I can even show you some of their profiles, but you guys have the time, houses were booked. And when these houses were booked, people were bought into coming to support me because the person knew at the time that, I'm not really sure on where I stand with this person, but I know if it's with his friends and our friends are happy, then there's a high chance that me and this person can be together in one place. Now, it was my brother's wedding. So when my brother, got married, this was also in December. I need you guys to understand that if you like someone, right? If you like someone and you are trying to get them to notice your feelings and emotions for them, it is a normal thing to actually get them things. And in this case, that person around that season was my brother's wedding, by the way. She did not go to Gucci to buy me that t-shirt. And I need to make this very clear, because then if I ask for receipts, there won't be receipts, because all these things that are there, all the slips of Gucci and whatnot, things I've bought before, things I bought even after that one t-shirt, I still have them on my phone. She gave me money to get myself something for my brother's wedding. When she gave me that money, I went to buy that Gucci t-shirt that I apparently wear all the time. Because why? The person liked me and wanted to buy me, or rather wanted to impress me. I'm not going to use the word buy, I'm going to use the word impress. They sent the money for me to go buy something that would be for my brother's wedding. And then on my brother's wedding, they came down along with the staff, which is a normal thing to do, because if you work with someone and it's their wedding, and you will obviously go and attend the wedding. And that was outside of the parameters and boundaries of whatever we had going on at the time. When she came down to Joburg, she came and she even came to the wedding and took out money in the wedding as a gift to my brother. Because gifts, guys, are not things that you can take out and tomorrow still complain that this is what I gave you, this is what I gave you. You understand? She knew that the money she had given me, I used to go get a t-shirt. And so she came and said, you know what? This t-shirt that is always wearing is a t-shirt. It's as if like before she came, I had no other t-shirt. It's as if even when she's gone now, I will never have any other t-shirt. Gifts are things you buy for people you feel a certain way about. I don't think I need to explain myself to anyone, or rather she needs to explain herself to anyone about the fact that she got me that gift. You coming down to a level of you exposing the things you bought for someone exposes not just what you did for them, but the character of your heart. For me, I wasn't seeing the fact that this person is counting things that she has bought for me, but I was exposed to a deeper sense of understanding the person themselves and how they've actually felt about me from the word go. The fact that you thought that, a simple Gucci t-shirt is enough for you to now control my life and dictate on where my life must be going is very unfair and very childish. You know what I mean? So you buy these things for people you care about. So when you care about someone, you will obviously do things for them, mainly because you care for them. Mainly because you care for them. And it is an evil thing to buy something for someone and to later come back and remind them about it, because that only means you were not doing whatever you were doing for them. You were doing this for yourself. Coming to the cell phone, the very phone that I'm live on right now, I've never asked for anything, and she can attest to that, because one, I do have my own money. I've been working from a long time ago. I had phones even way before she came into my life. You guys know me because I've been posting myself and my content on phones that I owned before she was there. But you guys can easily come and say, oh, she bought you a phone, whatever. That's a stupid way of understanding things. However, This very phone that I'm live on right now was also bought for me as a Christmas present. And when it was bought for me, I did not want to take the phone. One, because I know women and how much talkative women are, and how when a woman gives you something, they will always remind you that, you know what, this is what I did for you, this is this and this is that. This very phone that you guys know about on Instagram right now was bought in December. Right now it's October. The very same thing that was bought in October is now a topic of conversations in October. The same thing that was bought in December is now a topic of conversation in October. You understand? And that is why these young men that look up to me must stop accepting gifts from women. Because when women do things for you, they think to themselves that they are buying you. And they think that because I've done this and this and this and that for that man, then I'm eligible. Women get so angry when men buy them things and then they expect to sleep with them. You get angry. That's the same thing that was done to me. That things are bought for me, and then I'm expected to also act in a certain way, mainly because I got an iPhone 15 Pro Max. Like, bro, come on, like iPhone 15 Pro Max. I mean, like, that's something I could have bought with my own money. Let's say I don't have money. The money that they paid me, I could have used that money to buy the same phone that was bought for me if vele ngaleso skhathi I didn't have money. So I don't understand why a phone that was bought in December becomes a topic of conversation in October. Now, imagine if you guys are knowing about this in October. What other things did I have to bear behind the closed doors from the beginning of the year until right now in October? So that happened. Let's pause. I'm going to get there. So when, that happened, I was about to move out of my place in Midrand because my lease had come to an end at the time. I was at the Polo Fields last year. And, if you guys don't know the Polo Fields, you can also go and check how much rental is there and get to understand that siyasebenza la, asizange ukuzodlala. You understand? You must go and check how much rental is at the Polo Fields. By the way, the same house that is here in Bryanston that Mihlali stays in, that's a house I used to stay in, and I used to pay for myself without anyone assisting me. So you can go also and go check how much that house is, because today it seems I was picked up from the side of the road and I was put into a pedestal that no man can ever live in. And by the way, now that you want to move, then I'm going to expose you and tell people that you actually cannot do anything for yourself. When I have done so many things for myself with no one being there in my life. When I started trading, my brother was not even trading. I started trading alone in my entire hood. No one was trading. They can tell you, they can tell you that when this guy started trading, there was no one else within that time that was a trader but myself. I was the only one that traded. When people were saying trading is a scam and trading is this and this and that, I stood and I quit architecture to come and trade Forex, mainly because I believed in myself and I believed in the dream that I had. So I will not allow a petty woman, to come and discredit me and say all this work that I've put in all these years now has to come to a stop. It's unfair. It's really unfair, guys. It's really unfair. It's very unfair. Now, moving on swiftly. I moved into that house. She was staying in Cape Town. That is the reality of what I'm talking about. Her family knows, her friends know, the people at work know, everyone knows. She left Cape Town and came to move into that house with me by force. It wasn't even a conversation that we had and discussed. And as a matter of fact, they even say she ran away from Cape Town. That's the word in the streets. Because why? There's no way that you'll just go up and leave your family there, leave your kid there, and come and stay with a man and be, with this man all of a sudden. It can never happen suddenly. Such moves need for you to plan ahead. And that thing was never told to me. Yes, I did have my mistakes at the time. But at the time, I did not have that in my mind. I did not think to myself that I want to cohabit, because it is not permitted as a child of God. And these are the things that I've been explaining to her, to say, you know what, like, I'm not allowed to do this. I am not allowed to do this. But she forcefully came to Joburg and she stayed with me. When that was happening, I agreed, because everyone in my life knows I have a good heart. Even if you're a follower of mine and you met me on the road, you will know my heart at first glance. Some of you guys, even people that are close to me, it's the first time ningbona ngikhuluma kanje. It's the first time. Everyone knows that this guy has a good heart. When she came, I could not even tell her to leave. And I was like, you know what? Okay, fine. Let's actually come and stay together. She stayed there with me. And I still said, you know what? It's okay, it's whatever. Because at that time, we were now trying to work something out. But I did not know that me agreeing that she must stay was going to cost me my peace. And at the end, when things are at this point, also cost me my reputation and cause people to look at me and think that this guy is not like, this guy is like an abuser. It's crazy. So what happened is she moved in. When she came to come and stay there, she came in to stay in the house, and whatever happened. And fast forward, guys, I was living in hell, to tell you the truth, because all those things that someone did were things that she was constantly reminding me about. I was reminded about the phone countless times. Sometimes the phone itself would even be taken away from me. It's hard to phone, and when my friends tried to call me, they wouldn't even be able to get a hold of me because the same phone was taken back. And still at that time, there wasn't any allegations of the fact that I laid hands. No one came and said I laid hands on them at that time when she took back the very same phone. The very same phone. In part, the clothes would be hidden in the wardrobe. Clothes would be hidden. When I need to dress and I need to do things, and the staff knows. All these guys know. All these guys know. All these guys know because they saw everything that happened there. They saw everything. And some of them, they would even come to me on the side and say, bro, look, we can see what's happening and we don't like what's happening. We even held meetings. We held meetings with these guys, particularly on this very one day when I was clapped and slept outside. And I'm very sure that if I go to that parking lot, to that house, I will get footage. And even if she can try and go now to go and recover that footage and redeem it, they know these guys. And my conviction is God is above all things and he can see all things. Umuntu wangishaya ngempama, wangishaya umuntu ngempama, bebuka abafana bakhe lapho. They were watching, by the way. And I was the one that was told, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. I came down still. I did not even come to social media to prove that these things happen. On the very same day, I will show you. I said I have receipts. Because now, it's kind of like, you know what, this guy is a manslayer. If you guys know, I'm going to tell you guys something that is even very private. My own mother, I've experienced my own mother being abused at a young age. And she knows this because this is the same thing I always tell her. I've experienced my mom being abused, and this is the one thing I don't ever want anyone to ever experience. Because I was that kid that saw their mom being abused. And I told her these things. I told her, and I said, you know what? I don't even want to be that person that is now eligible for abusing people. Why? Because you want to pain me like I beat you up. And you know, there's one thing that this boy said on YouTube. He said, because I was beating up because of my insecurities. But if I couldn't be insecure there, why would I be insecure here now? Crazy. I think small. But anyways, these things were happening, guys. These things were being hidden. Always, all the time, the whole time. And also, one time when I wasn't paid, for months, for 3 months at Trade245. I wasn't paid for 3 solid months. That's when the decision to take the house into the company probably came from. I don't know. One of the days I came back and my clothes were thrown outside, and I was told that this house is not paid by me. My clothes were thrown outside. And I was like, how can you chase me out of my own house? How can you do that? Chase me out of my very own home. And I was there. My friends were there. The staff was there to also see these things happening. The staff was there to see all these things happening. The staff was there. The staff themselves were there. But today I'm the bad person. I'm the one that's being spoken about online. 2, there's people that were sent to Joburg by force. All these people that moved to Joburg, if you're from Cape Town and you know these people that moved, you will know that decision was very abrupt for people to come and move into Joburg. Why? Because the person wanted to come and be a police guard over my life. Come and watch over my life. Everything I did, they wanted to look at everything I did. Worse, they came. Women came along with the guys that came. The women that came were sent back to Cape Town. Why? Because they were also accused of the fact that they wanted me. They were accused. People were sent back to Cape Town. Careers were put on that position. Why? Because the person was controlling over me. Was controlling over me. Now I have to come and sit and say, Mina ngishabantu besifazane. Ngishabantu besifazane. Ngimshaya God. Like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? And this became a thing. This became a thing. That's what she kept on doing. Because she knew there's nothing I was going to do. I'm not that kind of a person to chase people out. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised like that. So she knew if I chase this guy out, there's nothing he will do. Instead, he'll just keep quiet. Until I got hurtful, and I started telling her, and I said, you know what? There's no way that you're going to chase me here. This is not your house. I have those receipts where I was saying, this is not your house. You cannot be chasing me. The most recent one, right now, before all these things, I'll show you. Before all these things, actually because that's the conclusion of this whole thing. So my experience was that I was abused this whole year, this entire year. I'm coming on Instagram, and if you guys know, you can even see my engagement and my interaction has even dropped. When was the last time did I even post Martin Mondays? The last time I posted Martin Mondays was the week before she came to visit in Joburg. That's the week she came to visit, because I even said to my friends, you know what, like, I don't know what I'm going to say, because how do I encourage people when I myself am broken like this every single week? Every single week. I couldn't go to see my family. When I go to see my family, when I want to go see my family. When I want to go see my friends, I'm being told that there's no way I'm going to prioritize my friends. And I was locked up in that house. If you know me, when was the last time did you see me as a person? When? When was the last time? When was the last time you saw me? On, like, whether out, restaurant or whatever. I was locked up and I was being abused in that house. I was being abused by a woman, and I must sit here and entertain these things that you guys are saying online, that I'm a woman slayer. I must sit here and I must entertain all these things. The whole year I was being abused. When I was supposed to go preach for Pelelani in Durban, he can even attest this to you. When I was supposed to go preach for Pelelani in Durban, when I had broken up with the person went and hid away all my IDs. Hid away my IDs, my passports, and my driver's license. And she hid them to make sure that I don't get to fly to Durban. I don't get to fly to Durban. This was already in June. This person got to Joburg in April. Already in June, I'm experiencing these things. My passport and my IDs were hidden. I've never told anyone these things. They were hidden. I was supposed to go preach. And I stood there and I said to her, if you cannot support me in my calling and in my ministry, why do you think me and you can ever work? Because not only did I break up with her then, I broke up with her in May already. Because in a month that she was there, I was already being controlled. I was already being abused. And because I don't talk, I don't say much, people come in, they have so many things to say, but you guys don't know these things. You don't know these things. You don't know. Pelelani himself knows that my IDs were even hidden there in that house. Because why? I must not go to Durban to go preach. Because if I go there to go preach, I'm busy with Pelelani and women. This person is into ministry. And you are holding on to the fact that you know what he used to do. But if God forgave him, why are you not forgiving him? That's the same thing that I've been saying in that house the whole time. About all of my friends. All of my friends. You guys come here and you want to come and act like she's victim when I've been quiet this whole time. And to now come and say this guy is an abuser. For what? Like, for what? All these things. If I can tell you half of the things that were happening there, you guys will be shocked. You guys will be shocked. And even after I was taken to social media, I still went to the parents and I said, you know what? You guys know already. Her mom came from Cape Town to Joburg last week. She came from Cape Town to Joburg to say, you know what? This man is speaking sense. Why can you not just let this be? Because I did not just break up with her now. She's saying I broke up with her in when? Now, 2 months ago. She's lying. She's lying. She is lying. That relationship ended even before her son came to Joburg. Without me even knowing. Without me even knowing. And I still kept quiet. And this very thing, I said, you know what? I don't want your son to get here and experience these things in the house. Of you always shouting, of you always doing these things. And my reason would always be, you know what? I was a kid and I've experienced these things. And I don't ever want your kid to experience these things. Because these things are going to sit in his mind until he's old. But what happened? Did that person listen to me? My family, my friends, everyone, even her own family, they've been telling her, this thing is not working. If the staff, you know what, guys, if you guys are honest, if the staff is honest, you guys know exactly the things that were happening in that house. You guys know exactly the things that have been happening in this relationship. One of the reasons why you guys don't even come to that house anymore is because you know. You guys know the things that have been happening there. And right now, I have to sit here and explain myself and waste my time. And explaining things because I need to protect the people that look up to me. By telling them, I am not a woman abuser. I don't believe in that. One, let's talk about the first picture. Megan fell in the pool when we were in Durban. She fell and she hurt her knee here at the back. When you got back, that thing wasn't even healed. She took pictures, I don't know to send to who. Now those pictures, it's me that assaulted her on those pictures. 2, the picture where she's lying on the bed, it was after the accident. That was caused by the fact that she's always on my case and loud to me. And she took a picture on that hospital bed. The same picture is being used today, and they're saying I sent her to the hospital on that day. Do you guys not know that that thing happened on that very same day? The same day of the accident, she was wearing that same thing, that same top. And that is the same day I left that house. That's the same day I left. This was on the 9th of August when I left. I left and I said, I'm not coming back to this house anymore. I'm not coming back because I am being abused and I'm dying slowly. I told her, I said, I left. You can ask everyone. You can ask about keys, you can ask whoever. People were promised money to come and speak to me so I can come back home. I was begged to come back home every single day. She would send 20 messages and I don't respond to anything because that was the first time I ever got to be out of her sight. People were promised money to speak to me, to say, go speak to that guy, I will pay you 60,000. Go do this, go. Pelelani himself and his wife were given money for petrol to drive down to Joburg to come and convince me. They can even attest to this. And if you guys are really honest people, you will stand for the truth and not only think about your stomachs only, because nani nje bangani bam nisile nina. How you guys always stand for lies because you're thinking of your stomachs. What about your integrity as a man? Your integrity as a man. A man must go rot in jail for lies on things that you guys have been seeing happening in front of you always. Always. Bafethu lento la ngifuna ukuntshela manje ngiphazamisile emoyeni lento le. This thing really disturbed me. And I will show you guys when I left. I'll show you. I left on the 9th of August. I'll show you. Exactly. Because if that person, and that's why I was saying even the whole time to her family, they'll even tell you. And even to my family. When I told them, I said, you know what? I want to leave this relationship. I didn't even tell them why. I told them. And the story that's been going in the streets is that this guy's been busy with girls, busy with this and this and that. And I said, okay, let's go with that story. If I'm that person that's busy with girls, then why are you after me? Because you must say good riddance. The same way I'm like, you know what, let her go. The same thing that you were supposed to say if I was really that bad person to you. Look, I left on the 9th of August. 11th of August already. Martin, I miss you so much. Why are you missing me? Why are you missing me if I'm a bad person? Look, I left the house. Just look here. Things were told to me. Look, I'm so sorry to bother you. Have you decided what you're going to do for the church? I kept quiet. All these things, look, these things. I was sent cars. You know what? We'll get you another car. These things were sent to me. Can I come for breakfast? I'm like, what's up? What's up there? You see, you guys can see. You guys can see. This is when some of the people went to the house and I was telling, I don't want to appreciate people going there when I'm not even there. Look there, these things. And I was quiet. Why are you being this person if I'm a bad person? If I'm so much of a bad person, why are you doing these things? If I'm so much of a bad person, why are you doing these things? If I'm so much of a bad person, why is it like this? Why? Look, why is it like this? Please come home. Please come home. It will make me the happiest ever. What? I said I won't come home, sorry. Why am I being this person? If I'm really an abusive person, look, I'm doing your duties here at home. Why am I being labeled as this person? There's receipts. There's receipts. There's receipts. There's receipts. There's receipts. Look, there's receipts. There's receipts. It's me. This is me. Look, there's receipts there. There's receipts there. Once I'm an abusive guy. If a person is abusive, why are you not letting this person go? Why are you not letting this person go? If a person is abusive, why are you not letting them go? If a person is abusive, why are you not letting them go? Guys, I want to show you something. If someone is bad for your life, when they leave your life and you know you've been trying to escape, you must say, thank you, this person is gone. So why are you after this person who is so bad? Why are you after this person who is so bad? Because you're thinking to yourself, if I cannot have this person, no one else can have this person. No one else can have this person. I left the house. And on the day where her thing got torn, I will show you guys. I will show you exactly. And she must also go and show you guys the dates on that thing. She must show you guys the dates on that thing. On the day of the incident that is trending now. One, when she got hurt, she fell. One. Two, the hospital pictures. It was after the accident. I'm the one that got most affected. I'm the one that got most affected. I wasn't even checked once. She was in the hospital and she was the one that was checked. I was not even checked. No one asked me anything. She was the one that was being felt for on the day of the incident. And also, Kamali and Chatboy were there. They were told to drive their car. When I said to her, I don't want to be in the car with you. And I was told, I want to go alone because of women, this and this and that. And when we were driving, she said to me, you know what, just go pack your things and live in that house. And then on that road, I was headed to Joburg. I turned left. And when I turned left, that's when I was speeding, rushing to get home so I can take my things and leave that house. And this poor old man was driving out. And I said to her, you know what? This is the last time because I almost lost my life because of this madness of yours. I almost died because of this madness. And today I'm a bad person. I'm a bad person today. I'm a bad person today. So this is the night of the incident. The night before, the picture with the torn things there. Can I ask you something personal? Saturday, 17th August. I'm being sent pictures. Oh, you enjoy and be safe. Look there. Look. We're not even together at this time. I've already broken up with this person. We're not even together. I blocked her this day. Then she came. This was on Saturday. The very same, 17th August. I want to show you guys something. 17th August, she came to my brother's house, right? She came to my brother's house, 17th of August. And she came and she broke my brother's door down. You guys said you wanted to see receipts, and I will show you guys receipts. She came to my brother's house and she broke the door. There's the day. There. She came and she broke my brother's door. Look, there's the broken door. She came and she pushed my brother's door. There's the second one. There. This is when she told people Martin beat me up. Where did I beat her? She came and she broke these doors down. She broke the door down. There. She broke the door by my brother's house. And also, if I'm abusive, why were you the one that drove from your house to my brother's house for me to abuse you? Who's abusive here? If you're the one that drove to my brother's house, you are the one that left your house to drive to my brother's house. You are the one that came to my brother's house to come and assault me. And I will show you. That day, I opened the case against, and I wish that I didn't actually call those guys to actually drop this case. Which is still not dropped, by the way, because you haven't even attended court. I opened the case against her on that particular day. I'll show you. I will show you. I will show you the case. I opened the case. I opened the protection order against her. Then people come and say, this guy is an abuser. This guy is this and this and that. You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know. Look here. I'll show you. There. There's my case number. There. Message from SARS. Sergeant E.T. Buluk, I will investigate your case at Bramley. My brother stays in Sentin. Bramley. Reference, here's the case number. You guys can go check this. You guys can go check it. Here's the case number. Here, again, they followed up in September. Now I was already in that house in September. Message from Bramley. Reference number refers to decision. Referred to decision on prosecution to senior public prosecute. There is the case. I didn't drop this case. Here's the case. When she came to assault me, here is the case. She came to assault me in my brother's house. Here is the case. Here is the case when she came to assault me. On top of that, I went and I opened a protection order. You guys will see the dates also. You guys will see the dates. You guys will see the dates. When I was the one that was abused and never said anything about this, now I'm being labeled as someone that's abusing people. There's the case. Look there. Here's the date. Where is this date? Where is this date? Where is this date? There. What is this date? 1817. There, on the last part, I said, I do not want to see her anywhere near me. This is exactly what I did. This is what I did. This is what I did. And why? If this person was assaulted on that day, why is she coming 2 months after that and coming and claiming that I abused her? Why did she not open a case on that particular time? Why? When I was the one that was assaulted when I wasn't with her and I went to open a case, I did not even post about it. I did not even post anything about that. This is the first time you guys are hearing about this. She came to my brother's house and she broke my brother's door upstairs. She broke my brother's doors upstairs. And I'm the one that's assaulting her. I did not even leave this house to go there. She left that house that she claims is her house. And I left her in peace because I'm a peaceful person. I left her in that very house. And I said, you know what? Continue with your house. I will go by my brother's house. I'll come back and get my things when I'm okay. I'm going to look for a place. When I've gotten a place, I'll come back and get my things from the house. I got a place. I paid for the deposit. She came and she asked me to she begged me to come back to that house. She begged me to go back to that house. And we both decided and agreed that you're going to stay on the one side, I'm going to stay on the other side. Mainly because this house belongs to the both of us. She knows the truth. It belongs to the both of us. There's no way I was going to chase her out, because in my mind, I'm thinking this person is under the lease as a co-tenant. Why must I chase her out? And she, the main leaseholder, and being chased out every single time. When those boys needed to go into that estate, they called me at the gate and I opened for them. I opened for them every single time, and now I'm the only person that's bad. When someone left their precious house in Pretoria to come and assault me at my brother's house in Sentin. Why is this case opened here in Sentin? Why is it opened here in Sentin? And I regret the day I agreed to go back to that house, because it ended me here. It ended me here. It ended me here. Now I'm in this predicament because of all these things. Because of all these things that I allowed into my life. And this is enough. I'm done being abused by this woman. It's enough that you abused me in person. Now I'm being abused even on social media. Even on social media. Then people are sent to try and stop me from speaking. If you know that you are innocent, why are you sending your lawyers to come and speak to me? Why? Why are your lawyers coming to speak to me? Why are your lawyers coming to speak to me? There's people that were sent. People were sent to come and speak to me here. They were sent to come and speak to me. People are sent to come and speak to me to tell me to not go live. Why are you sending people to speak, to stop me from speaking? If you know that you are innocent. If you know you are innocent, why are you sending people to stop me if you know? And because I'm a nice guy, I persevered all these things. Last week, even God is my witness. God is my witness, and I swore on my son's life. She knows this. I sent my brother a message last week, and I said, bro, you know what? I need to get myself a place, because this is getting too much. Because this is getting too much. There's that message. There's the message. You guys must read this. There's the message. Read this. The very first part. Read this. Read this. This is me sending this to my brother. This is actually, let me share the one with the dates, because you guys will think I actually did this. You'll think I did this today. There with the dates. Where is it? Then I must be scared. I must be scared. I must be scared. I must be scared that, you know what, someone started this thing. Then I must keep quiet. I kept on getting threats. I'm damaging her work. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Then whose work is supposed to suffer? Whose work is supposed to suffer? Because I work online. Whose work is supposed to suffer? I don't sell services. I don't sell signals. These people of yours have a vendetta against me. You guys know I don't sell services. They're not exposing scamming. Yeah, who did I scam about my personal life? Who did I scam? Who did I scam? I did not scam anyone here. I did not scam anyone. This is my personal life. People's lives were even, look here. DMs were sent to people, look here. I just want to find out what is really going on between you and my boyfriend, Dr. Martin. He says nothing, what. This is someone I tried to build a future with, and they were harassed also. They were harassed at the time. They were harassed. I couldn't even move on with my life. I couldn't even move on. Their comment section was flooded with these kind of things. Look there. I'm hiding their pictures because I don't want you guys to know who this is. Look here. Look. Could you please check your DMs? I want to know what is going on between you and my boyfriend. Look. 3 pictures on someone that uses their Instagram as bread. They were commenting on these things. Commenting on their pictures. Saying, hey, you know, this is my boyfriend, that. My boyfriend when you know that we broke up. When you know that we broke up, even right now, you're coming and you're posting things that I'm posting on my close friends, and you're going to social media saying people are asking, all my friends know that we're not together. Even that stupid devil that came to you and sent you that picture knows that that's not your hand. And they were doing it to get back at you. For whatever reason, I don't even know. People's names were tarnished at that house. Jason Noah and them, I was told Jason wanted to sleep with Megan at the house when I wasn't there. And I kept quiet about these things because they concern me about nothing. I'll say these things so that they also know that you speak bad about them. So that they know that you speak bad about them. That Jason came with thugs at the house and you were feeling unsafe. You were calling Zakes and them, saying that they must come to the house and help you. Because you couldn't trust someone who is a friend to you. Everyone in your eyes is bad except for you. And your family knows. Your family knows. And it's enough. It's enough. It is enough. Let me actually share this thing because this is annoying. This is what I said, my brother. You guys must read. I said, hey, bro, I need to get my own place to stay. Something happened this morning and I didn't like it. I felt so abused, mfana, sexually. Umutu forced themselves on me, regardless of how many times I said no. And she saw I was just laying there and I didn't even touch her. I said, hey, bro, lenting petega. And then he asked me what happened. I said, she came on the bed and started touching me. And I shifted and she pulled down my pants and I said, no, she continued. And she even touched my private parts. After that, she came on top and I was just laying there with my eyes covered. She saw those things. These are things I never even spoke about. But now I need to speak about these to protect myself. Because now people are looking at me like I'm an animal. Like I'm an animal. When I'm the one that was abused, when you guys were not even there, you guys were behind closed doors. What person buys a person gifts and complains about these gifts on Instagram? How many things did I do in that house? How many things did I do in that house? How many things did I do in that house? And I'm the one person that's being spoken about. I told her, I said, Megan, you know what? It seems this house is what makes you and the person you are, because you're so, I don't know, you're so lost in your head about this whole social media thing that's happening. You're lost because you want people to look at you somehow. I don't care how people look at me. I've started again twice. I told her this thing. I said, I started over 2 times. And there's nothing that I'm scared of. Even right now, I'm not scared to start over. I told her, I'm not scared to start over. And I will leave this house because this house has so much bad energies and bad spirits. Has bad spirits. Because I'm a man. And you guys won't believe these things. I kept quiet about it. I didn't even have the intentions to go and speak out about these things. But today, I'm the one person who's called an abuser. Why would I abuse? Why would I abuse a woman when my own mother was abused when I was growing up and I saw that? Why would I go and abuse another woman? This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm not even talking about her work things. I don't care about work and about all the criminal activities that she did. I'm talking about my life. My life here. This is my life. This is not Forex. This is my life here that you are messing with. This is my life. A life that I've worked hard to build myself out of. And right now, I'm supposed to be looked at as an abusive man. When I'm the one that stayed for that abuse that happened over there for months. Since you came down from Cape Town, everyone has been telling you go back to Cape Town. But you didn't want to go back to Cape Town because you wanted to come and be the police guard over my life. Everyone that has seen me and you in public knows how much of a police guard you've become into my life. Everyone that was in my life knows that I cannot even go have lunch with my friends because if I'm out, my phone will be ringing 100 times. The one time I was at church, I was forced to send pictures that I'm at church. Because someone thinks I'm not at church and I'm supposed to stay. And when I decide to leave, things are being posted on social media. If I'm so much of a bad person, why are you posting these things on social media? Why are you not happy? Why are you not saying good riddance, let him go? And she knows that I'm not a person to talk. She knows that I don't speak. That's why she had the confidence to go online, knowing very well that I know these things that were happening in that house. And she thought I was not going to speak. And right now, I have spoken, and the people know that I've been abused since the beginning of the year. Since the beginning of the year. I could not even go to bury my grandfather in peace. When I went to KZN to go bury my grandfather, I was told, you haven't seen your grandfather in years. Why do you care about him right now? And I kept quiet about those things. I kept quiet about those things. And then you call me to tell me you registered my church on my behalf. When you know we're not even together anymore. Where have you ever seen that thing, a girlfriend registering her boyfriend's church and putting themselves on those documents? Because now you can see that the church is working. You want to come and sabotage that. And you can see that, you know what, this guy's life is moving on. Without you. Because anything that doesn't have your hand in it is somehow not supposed to happen. Yesterday, they called cops on me. They paid cops. They said I have a gun. You lie to people and you say I have a gun. When have I ever used a gun on you? When?